And the review that I'm going to do is The Call of the Wild. So, in seeing this movie, I could say that I really didn't have too many expectations for it. I really didn't think too much of it. I went to go see it because it was like, okay, this is a new movie. I'm gonna go see it. I plan on doing a review and blah blah blah. And I was surprisingly taken by it. Now I've seen a few reviews on it before I went to go see it, so I knew what to expect. By looking at the trailers, I didn't really expect. Well, I didn't really pay attention too much to the trailers. I watched them, but I didn't really, see too much. I didn't pay attention to it like that. But in some of the reviews, they were talking about how it's CG. All animals are CG, and I'm like, I don't know that. I'm like, that just really took me down. So, and that's one of the reasons why I don't like looking at reviews before I go see a movie, because it puts that in the mind. And I could say that going to go see this, yeah, it does stand out. It really does stand out. And I was, it's like you can't not really notice it. It's not really great like CG like in Lion King or Jungle Book or something like that, where it just seems seamless or whatever. But it was like, it was decent CG, but I don't understand why they couldn't do like how they normally do it, where it's kind of like a mixture. In certain scenes you use CG animals because it may be like you want them to do something, or they might be in some type of danger, so you don't want to put the actual animal in that danger, so you trade off and on. But literally every single animal, every single scene, every part of this movie is CG. And it does stand out. But after a while of watching the movie, it didn't really bother me as much. I'm just sitting there. At first, I was like, damn, it just stood out. But then once you start getting into the movie, then everything starts to become good. I hear a lot of reviewers talking about how, like, Harrison Ford is basically the standout. Like, when he comes into the picture and it actually focuses on him and his character or whatever, John Thornton, I believe, that's when the things started getting better. For me, once I got the whole CG animals things out my head, that's when things started to pick up, because I really enjoyed the ride along with this dog and his journey from, like, the people that he was with prior to being with Harrison Ford's character. But it just, from beginning to end, it was kind of like fun, like, because I felt myself at the beginning of the movie just against this dog, because he's just messing up and doing his own little thing, and he just constantly messing up, and it's like, it got me mad. Like, I don't own a dog, so it's not like I have some real big attachment to it, but I'm like, the dog was just getting on my nerves. But after a while, I started to warm up to the dog, and by the end of the movie, I was rooting for him. Even by the middle of the movie, I was rooting for him. But it's like, I enjoyed the whole journey from place to place, and everything that the dog was doing, everything that Buck was doing. I really enjoyed that. And like I said, with Harrison Ford's character, he does make the movie. He does an incredible job, because John Thornton is the character's name, has a past with his family and everything else, and he has a drinking problem, and you kind of get into that. You start to feel for that character, and then you start to understand his relationship with Buck, and just the chemistry between him and this, CG dog. You kind of like, you really like it. And I mean that in general, of course. But yeah, like, it starts to bring you in and whatnot, and it becomes one of the best things of the movie, as well as just the kind of like, connection that not only Buck has with John, but with the other animals. It's a part in the movie where he is a dog sled, sled dog, whatever you call him. He's a part of that group, and the bond with the other dogs, I really enjoyed that. And just getting back to Harrison Ford's character now, he is in half the movie. He's on the poster, And when you look at the trailer, you would think that Harrison Ford is all throughout there, but he is literally only in the second kind of like he comes in the middle. I mean, he's in certain parts of like the beginning, but he really makes a big, entrance into the movie at the halfway point, and then goes all the way into the end. It is a good story. And it is a story about, like the gold rush around that time does play a role, but a background role. That it doesn't really make it like a real huge thing, but it does come in periodically every now and then. And it kind of like shows itself toward the end. And just kind of getting back to the whole, CG thing. And it's like, I get it. Sometimes, like, when you're working with animals, you don't get that expression. You don't get that if they're in danger. It's just kind of the things that, they had problems with the new Lion King movie. It was like, it was expressionless, and that was one of the things that they kind of did it, but it came off kind of weird or, just whatever. So I could see why they did that, because it would be hard to have like certain animals make certain expressions and do certain things and blah, blah, blah. But at the risk, sometimes it would take a person, if that really bothers you, it'll take you out the movie. But other than that, I really enjoyed the movie. I enjoyed it way more than what I thought I would. So I'm trying out this new rating system. I know I just keep flipping flop back and forth or whatever, but so I'm gonna either give it a hit or a miss. And with this movie, with me personally, it's a hit. It had a hit. It was right there towing that line of miss, but I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed just the chemistry between the characters, the dog and, John, as well as like just, between the other animals, and just, I enjoyed the ride, like I said. And it's a movie that I really think a lot of people should check out. It is a family film. I can't see a grown up just going to go see this unless they just love dogs by themselves. But it is a good family film to take the kids to. So if you've seen Onward or something like that, or before Onward comes out, you want to go to the show and take the kids, this would be a good film. Hey, before you guys leave, make sure you hit that like button as well as that subscribe button. And you see that little bell? Make sure you hit that to turn on your notifications. That way you'll be notified for anything that appears on my channel. Hope to see you guys next time. Peace out.